How you doing, all you guys and gals out there in YouTube land? RG here. That's the big business, the New York City big business. They use the initials RG. But anyways, Ron's beer reviews and tools. And I know I haven't been doing many beer reviews. I've been kind of on the leg of my tool reviews and doing a lot of tool reviews in the middle of a lot of them right now, so I haven't had the chance to do any beer reviews. Although I do have a couple, I think, that I put away for now, and I will have to put them up. Look at them, put them up. But right now, I'm doing a beer from DOGFISH HEAD Brewery in Delaware. I think it's Milton, Delaware. Let me see here. Yep, Milton, Delaware. And the reason I'm doing this is the other day I saw a beer reviewer, a good beer reviewer, John Anil. I hope I'm not murdering that last name. Anil, A-N-I-L-E. He has a good channel, John Anil. Georgia Beer Reviews is the title. Got a chance to go to his channel and watch some of his beer reviews. And as I started to say, the reason I'm doing this beer here, you can see right there, is it's quite the beer. It's, I wouldn't have actually reviewed this or even purchased it until I saw that beer review that John Anil did, and he asked me if I would do it, and I graciously want to do it. But now I'm glad I really did see that beer review of John, and my lovely wife went down and purchased this brew. I told her what I wanted, and she went and she purchased this. $37.99, so basically $38 for a 4-pack. So that comes out to almost $10 a beer. $10 a bottle of beer. Alright, let me give you the information that I do have. Excuse me. I'm going to have a drink of some H2O. Beautiful day here in Massachusetts. The sun is out, nice and breezy. Real nice, real nice. Alright, let's get to this here. What I do have for information, DOGFISH HEAD Brewing Company, Milton, Delaware. That was founded in 1995 by a Mr. Sam, and I hope I'm not murdering this name, Calagione. C-A-L-A-G-I-O-N-E, Calagione. I hope I'm not murdering that way I pronounce it. The owners of this, the parent company of DOGFISH HEAD, and they pretty well left it alone when they merged back in 2019. And then the parent company, Boston Beer Company. If you're not familiar with that name, that is the actual official name of Samuel Adams Brewery and a couple of other beer breweries that are around. But it's officially called Boston Beer Company, and this is the parent company for DOGFISH HEAD. Let's see what else do I have here. They call it a merger, so that's why they left it alone and let DOGFISH HEAD brew their brews. This is very similar. What I'm thinking, excuse me, a lot of pollen around here. What I'm thinking is that I don't know what year, probably two years ago or 3 years ago, Boston Beer. If there's any kind of a shift, a change in color or anything, we just lost the batteries. I'm in charge of the batteries, and I never seem to check those before we start. So thank you, camera lady and associates. I never think of it, so if there's any kind of a shift. But as I was saying, Boston Beer Company, or Samuel Adams, they brewed a beer probably 3 years ago, and my son picked me up a canter of it. It looks like, actually like the top part of a fermenter in a brewery that you would see with a little window and outlooking as the original Samuel Adams. Here you go, folks. This is the bottle. Samuel Adams. And there's Samuel Adams looking out at the fermenter. We'll close it up. There you go. So that's the bottle. And that's what we're going to be reviewing later on. Who was back in 1775, 76, fighting for freedom from England. And that was, that one there was, I think it was $199. I think that one was, if I'm not mistaken, $200, I think. But that was a real good brew. Very good, very strong. One of the ones you could really age for a long time. So this one here, as you see in there, is an Imperial Indian Pale Ale. And it is strong. And it can be aged. You see there, that can be aged. If you're hearing noise, background noise, we're pretty close to a street here. And right here in the cars and vehicles and so forth. As I said, this is a 120-minute IPA. And they call it the Holy Grail for hopheads. And there is a lot of gracious amounts of hops in this. It clocks in at 15 to 20% alcohol by volume, ABV. So this bottle could be 20% alcohol, or it could even be 21.
I didn't understand that.
Oh, my phone's talking to me. Well, that happened, I don't know. But anyways, they put down 15 to 20% alcohol by volume. And they could have put just one number down. And I found that in the beer review of John and Neely is that he would rather have a number on there. He didn't like that kind of from 15 to 20. And I can understand that. But I know I've made beer 7 times. And what happened a couple of those times, or maybe 3 times, I wanted the beer to be a little bit stronger alcohol-wise. So as I bottled it, I put a little more sugar in, which meant I went from the recipe on those bottles, because they were going to be higher in carbonation and alcohol. As it was, I had a round ballpark figure what the alcohol content would be on percentage-wise, 5%. But as I took readings, it was actually a little more, 5.5, a little bit more than that, 5.75. Wasn't accurate. And I think a lot of times in a lot of breweries, they'll say a 6% alcohol by volume, and probably really is rounded off. Maybe it could have been 5.75, and they round up to 6, a little higher, close enough. And they do have the technology to be right on, but sometimes when something like this is brewed with a lot of dry hoppiness going into it, and a lot of ingredients and so forth. And I understand when people say, well, you should know what the numbers, they should know what the numbers are. And I agree that they do, but somewhere along the line, it's within a certain parameter. And this is 15 to 20. And well, we'll see what it tastes like when I drink it, the alcohol. If it has a flavor of alcohol. It should have at 15 anyways. Let's see, what else do I have here? They say copious amounts of high alpha American hops. Alpha is a part of the hops that give off a lot of the aroma, the flavor, the high acid, and they're good hops. They don't mention what hops they are, but I imagine they're probably Galaxy, Mosaics. It's probably these hops that have the high alpha acid content. Let's see what else. They say American hop throughout the boiling period. They're putting in a lot of hops, pouring in hops. Then they dry hop boatloads of hops. They dry hop with boatloads of hops, boatloads. I can see those boats coming in and dumping the hops in. Boatloads of hops. It's unfiltered, this brew, and that's something. Like looking at the bottle, I wouldn't think that, but we'll see. And there's 120 international bitter units in the 120. figured that would be what all the hops they said they put in. This is a brew. Okay, this is only brewed. I can't even read my writing. This is brewed only a few times a year, and that's usually between September and December. And that all started in 2003. Okay, enough of my talking. Let's get to the brew. I'm anxious to have this. I do have a treat I will get to later. But I'm going to go before we do, before I get to this here. It's hot. We got it, the mug? We do. An opener? We do. Now usually on bottles, you see the water vapors come out. And let's look at the cap. They engineer it, they produce it, and let's show it. That's the cap. Some water vapors, there's some. Thought there'd be more. Alright. Oh. Wow, look at the color of that. Real orange. Whoa, even the head. Look at that, is surprising. I don't know why. That is really surprising. That is a really good looking brew. Very coppery in color and orangey. Very. Wow. It's unfiltered. I can see through it, but it has a haze in it. You can see it's got a haze to it. But as I'm looking through it, it looks orangey. And copper does look kind of orange, I guess. More orangey than copper, I would say. With an off-white head on it. Ooh. Mmm. That smells good. Very malty. Backbone of sweetness, and I'm hoping this isn't sweet. John didn't say that. He did say a little bit, I think. He gave this a good read and gave it a 90-something. But he wasn't too fond of it for some reason. I don't know if that was because of the alcohol content not being really legible. If that's the correct word. Oh, I love the aroma on this. It has a, yeah, now, I'm going to say toffee. It has a toffee, or I get them confused, caramel, but I'm going to go with more a toffee. My wife said toffee is just the byproduct of overcooking or too much cooking of caramel to the almost the burnt stage, and that becomes they call toffee. That's why to me that the aroma is so close. Definitely a sweetness on this here. I'm getting a little bit of some hoppiness. All right, bottoms up. That is brewed well. Picking up on alcohol in the back. A minor bitterness, very minor, but it's there. This is very drinkable, very. With that high alcohol content, if you're having them, stay where you are. I mean, 15 to 20%. Definitely can do any driving. run heavy equipment. Stay there with you with family and friends, fellow workers. Don't have too many, unless you plan on staying there where you're at, which is nice being at home with a couple of 4-packs of these and some family, some popcorn, and enjoy some movie, enjoy some YouTube. That is nice tasting. It's also, I didn't mention already, can be aged. Take the bottles, put them down in your cellar, wherever you age them, and keep them there in a nice area that's not too cold and too hot. It's definitely a unique beer by the flavor and the way it's made and where it's brewed. It has a nice back on the mouth feel and taste. A true medium flavor on this. The mouthfeel is definitely medium, full medium mouthfeel on this here. Reminiscent of what Seam Labs, as I mentioned earlier, their Utopia had that mouthfeel and flavor that was just very, very strong medium, but the flavor was right there. A little bit of, at the end, some sweetness, and usually you would pick that up right away because your sweet taste buds are at the front of your tongue. I seem to be picking them up and they drag across the middle of my tongue in the back. Definitely a satisfying brew. When you drink this, you feel that you're really drinking, you're satisfied. You're drinking a nice beer. For the alcohol content of this is going down rather fast. Let's see what else we got. I don't have much on their words other than the copious amount of high alpha, and it's definitely the high alpha acids coming out of both flavor and aroma. I'm getting a sweetness, and I could be an adjunct of molasses, maybe. Molasses does leave, it's a sweet flavor, but it leaves what I kind of consider like a dull taste on your tongue. It definitely goes down easy. It's an easy drinking brew. Well, I won't run this too long. You see what it looks like? See what my taste buds are tasting. And as far as the alcohol content, I am picking up on alcohol. There's definitely up there. I would say higher than 15%. Probably closer to the 20% ABV. Definitely. I don't score the brews like from 1 to 10 or 100, and I know John Neely, Georgia Beer Reviews, gave this a good mark in the 90s. If I was doing that, I would basically say I would buy it again. That's my way of saying I like it, I enjoy it. But I agree with excuse me, with John Neely, that it is definitely in the high 90s. My way of looking at it, I would give this 100. It's everything in a beer that it says it will be, and I do know that maybe not just John, other people saying, what is it? From 15 to 20%. And that is shouldn't be a catching stone on this brew. So it's finely brewed, well taken care of, 120 minutes, and all the hops, copious amounts of hops. It's well brewed. Okay, I won't run this long. This came to you folks, by the way, actually, of John and Neil, Georgia Beer Reviews, by asking me to do it. And I do respect John Neal and his beer review. He does a great job. Actually, he's up in Massachusetts now, from my understanding. He's in Massachusetts and enjoying all the brew that we have in this more than tri-state. We have 4 states: Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine, and all their brews. I don't know if anything comes out of Connecticut, but they do have a lot of brews and breweries in this area. So, all right, I won't run this long. Have a good day, folks. Enjoy the day. Remember, keep your thoughts and prayers to a couple of things. To the families that lost their children in that Texas school shooting. And government has to do something about mental illness in this country. It has to do that. They can't go together. Somebody that's not mentally capable of having a gun should never happen. Should never put those two together. So, and that other thing is, thoughts and prayers go to Ukraine, fighting for their freedom. Let's remember that. So, have a good day, folks, from Eastern Massachusetts. I'm starting to feel the effects of this alcohol. Ciao.